What's up, guys? Welcome back to Redline Reactions. I'm Evan, and today, finally, we're going to be taking a look at a band that over 80 of you have demanded, really, that I check out. It's a band called Lovebites, and I know nothing about them other than Japanese band, all-female band. That's it. Now, in the past, I probably would have made some assumptions, but I was just introduced to BandMaid, so I know better than that. But we're going to be looking at their song Set the World on Fire from Ride for Vengeance 2021. Let's take a look.
世界に火をつけろ。Set the world on fire!
Yeah, it's a good thing I didn't guess. Holy Moses, my heart is going. That was a lot. That was so fast. But also it wasn't as well. Like the music was fast. The music was like a Gatling gun, but the vocals like didn't get roped into that, which has got to be kind of hard, right? Like the singer, I don't know their names yet. I'm sorry. But the singer, she's like, I don't know if this makes sense, but she didn't take the bait of the sort of like speed metal there and like speed up her lyrics. And that's got to be kind of hard to stay restrained and composed when everything around you is literally on fire. And she went up real high too, which I suppose is a great thing, because with music that loud and all that going on, you have to have a tone that's going to cut through it, right? If you have a sort of wider, like thicker vocal tone, if that makes sense, it's going to get caught up in the wash and you're not going to be able to hear her. So that was really cool. I can't put my, like, there's, I don't know, maybe just a teeny bit of DragonForce that I hear, but then there's something else I can't remember. I don't know if it's something that I heard in Metallica or what, but it's a really unique sound.
It's go for well, baby, sacrifice.
so fast. Yeah, DragonForce. They're their own band. I get it, but what I love about DragonForce exists here. Amazing. And to be more specific, like DragonForce is known for those like guitar solos where um it has a very very clearly defined like entrance into the solo and then the meat of it and then an epic conclusion, and like you notice when it transitions from piece to piece to piece, but it's super cool. I like that. This is so cool. That's a really cool sound. I also feel like one of my cats may have made that sound when I tried to give it a bath once. Rah, rah, rah. Hold on. If there's any cat owners watching this, you know what I'm talking about. Whoa. Okay. Listen, that might be the tightest live band I personally have ever heard. I'm not going to say ever because I haven't seen that many, but for all of those instruments to be playing at the same time at that speed and not have and progressively like go up a notch seemingly like every minute, to have all that happen and the sound not turn to mush is remarkable. And then you add in the fact that the vocalist did what she did and stayed composed, stayed melodic in, you know, while being kind of surrounded by just a cacophony of sound and flames is extremely impressive. I mean, I've heard exactly one song from this band, but I bet people don't talk about that as much as they probably should outside of the fandom, right? That was cool. And that was 2021. How long have they been around? Yeah, how long have they been around? There were a lot of comments for this song. There was actually the same exact number of requests for this song and another song of theirs, Holy War. Is that the next one that I need to look at, or is there another route that I should go? Because I mean, are all of their songs like in the 5, 6, 7 minute range? Are they epics? Because that could be a fun rabbit hole to kind of go down. If there is a rabbit hole, I'm going to assume that there is. There were a lot of people begging me to look at this band. I'm glad that I did, though. I'm glad that I did. Do they ever tour in the United States? So that might be a fun show to go to. Anyone want to go if they come to Seattle? Yeah, that was chaos, but organized, like barely organized chaos. I like that a lot, actually. And again, shame on me, because I just kind of thought that Japanese metal was baby metal, and then copycat. I know, I couldn't have been more wrong. But I'm learning, okay? With that, yeah, I'm just sort of, my brain is sort of catching up based on from everything that I just saw. So please, if you enjoyed this, make sure to subscribe and let me know exactly what you want to see in the comments. Because again, that's where I get all of these ideas from. I don't just, you know, give it a goog and see and just do whatever pops up first. I listen to you guys. And what's kind of cool is that oftentimes the suggestions that I get from my comment section are vastly different from what you would get if you just searched like Lovebites reaction or something like that, or, you know, Dimash reaction, right? Because everyone like with Dimash, everyone thinks you have to do SOS first, which I did, but there's so much more. And there's more than one like entry point into this sort of rabbit hole. So that's what I want. That's what I want to know, is where to go next. All right. So I will see you guys down in the comments, wherever you are. Have a great day, morning, night, whatever. And I hope to see you next time. Have a good one.